Right, welcome back everyone to this little D&D adventure where I, your Dungeon Master James, take these 6 intrepid adventurers through their journey across the land of Barovia, where, as usual, they attempt to break the curse upon the land. The Curse of Strahd. This is Cursebreakers episode 30, and we're going to start with Chris, who keeps mocking me.
No, I just love it. It's that intro you want to sing along to. Anyway, it is Curse of Strahd time. I'm playing Eos, the human life cleric.
And then we'll go to Cam, who I imagine was also mocking me.
I was, yes. I'm Cameron. I play Cade, the ASMR Paladin.
And then we'll go to Jamie.
Hello, I'm Jamie. I play Elias Fanan, the Bard of Law.
And then we'll go to Tank, who is muted.
Yes, I'm here. Hi, I'm Tank. I play Hellweir, the fighter rogue.
And then we'll go to Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I play Porky the Barbarian.
Warlock.
And then we'll go to Kirsty.
Hello, I'm Kirsty. I play Raven the Rogue.
Right. On the last episode of Cursebreakers, what happened? Did anything important enough happen to recap? I suppose. The party decided to have some quite excellent roleplay moments. Porky and Raven had a talk with the God of Secrets, who has kept his name secret, and managed to renegotiate their deals perhaps in their favor, perhaps not. And through that discussion, managed to get it so that said God of Secrets would not get involved in their upcoming battle. We also had Eos, who decided to go talk to Tenebrous, the Lich God, for want of a better word, who explained a few things, kept calling Eos a strange name, which was revealed later. Hellweir also spoke to Mother Night and managed to negotiate a deal to get the mark removed from Cade's forehead, even though it can barely be seen at the moment due to the fur. And he had to give up his cat. Poor Fluffy. The very unfluffy cat. The party then came to a decision that they were going to go and fight the Lich, Exantha. They even managed to convince Casimir to join in the fight, and despite the Lich's perhaps not best preparations, but the guy was in a mentally deteriorated state for a long time until the party came along and gave him his sanity back, so wasn't the best laid plans. He made a few mistakes and basically got his butt handed to him, but the party did take a few blows, nothing too fatal, and that is where we left off, and that is where we shall begin.
So where are we? Okay, good start, guys.
Right, yeah. All right, what's inside this tiny little chamber he was hiding?
Right, well, apart from 2 zombies, which I'm just going to say literally just melt as your spiritual guardian comes in. They just sort of look at it, see the swirling alchemical symbols, and just like look at each other and go, "Nah, I'm out," and just fall into a pile of dust. You literally see one of them, the one that isn't in silence. You see him clearly say something. The other one seems to have understood it and just nods, and they just go, "Bleh."
All right.
So, in this chamber, just for ease and because of visuals, I'm going to remove these spell circles because
Yeah, get rid of it.
that was cluttered as hell.
Yeah.
There is a large clawed hand seemingly clutching something.
What is that something?
Well, that something appears to be an opaque box, seemingly made out of glass or a similar material. Can't see into it. But it is there.
This must be it. All right, Casimir.
If the Lich was so protective of this room, I would imagine so. I
Mm.
cannot think what else it could be, unless the Lich has a particular art collection he didn't want to share with the public.
You still have your detect magic up, yeah?
Yes, and I detect a strong amount of abjuration magic coming from it.
Abjuration. Must be a
Yes,
protective spell on it.
yes.
Hmm. Perhaps another glyph. Should
It
we
is,
try to dispel it first?
it is certainly worth trying.
If you wish, I will do this. I am still protected from death.
Yes, it is probably wise.
Okay. Everyone else, just stand back for safety's sake, and I'll attempt this. All right, I'm going to go up to it once everyone's left the room, and I will begin concentrating on unmaking the elements that comprise that spell of abjuration, and I will cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, so I will need
Oh, inspire
a
me as well. Am I still inspired?
You are, because you were going
I've
to
got...
on a spell save, but then you chose not to.
Right. Okay.
I
Okay.
will
Here we go.
a check from you to try to dispel this
A check. A
spell.
a wisdom spellcasting
Yeah.
check. All right. And like always, I burn my inspiration straight away. I'm going to use it on this. So I roll with advantage. Oh, maybe actually roll the wisdom. Oh,
Oh no.
oh.
Yeah, oh boy.
I am afraid the
What's the DA?
abjuration is. Yes, you can roll the DA.
Come on,
All right.
come
I'll
on.
add guidance as well because
Yeah,
it's
and
just
with that,
God.
the abjuration magic seems to have faded.
Oh,
Casimir is now looking at it strangely. I would expect. I am not an expert on phylacteries, but considering they create something like a lich, I would expect a strong aura of maybe transmutation or necrotic magic, but I'm not getting that now. It looks like that glyph was overlaying something else. But
Okay. Does
it doesn't seem like it's abjuration anymore, but this is strange. If anything, I would say it's almost conjuration magic, but that doesn't make sense for a phylactery to me.
in the last few seconds that my spirit guardians and spiritual weapon, I guess, are up, I will nod to my sister and have her strike the glass box.
Okay, I will need an attack roll from you.
Okay. 19.
Okay, let me just check because that might not be enough for this. I can't actually remember the AC for it.
19.
I roll a 25 to hit. I'll need to
Flank
check
with me.
that.
Cade, flank with me. Flank
I
it. Surround
don't
it.
think that's going to work like that.
Distract it.
It's not moving.
As Cade walks into the room, just as in case, I will hand him my adamantine warhammer and go, try that.
You hit it and the box breaks. But what's inside it?
Wait, since when did you get an adamantine warhammer? Okay, then take some.
There isn't. So, from what Casimir understands phylactery and how he's explained it is, let me just get up the information on it. Is normally there is some sort of runes which have to be in there in order to basically provide that. But after shattering it, what you find instead, rather than any sign of like runes on paper that perhaps you'd have to vaporize or something, you find a single forked metal rod.
Does this ring any bells, Casimir? What could this be?
Casimir will roll an Arcana check.
I'll give him guidance.
He probably. I've completely lost Casimir's cat. Where's his token?
Do you want me to do it?
No, there it is. I just couldn't see his token for a moment, and there's so much on the page.
Oh, 6. Whew, 28.
It is the only spell I know that uses such a thing and would explain the conjuration magic is a plane shift spell.
Oh my.
But from what I know of this land, plane shifting out should not be possible unless it's possible that
Oh.
it's possible that maybe the Lich is strong enough to have got out or maybe created his own demi-plane he can get to. But if I was to guess, because most plane shifts are a bit unpredictable unless it's something like your own demi-plane, would be it's here but not here, if that makes sense. It's in the ethereal plane. You should be able, I think you can get to that from here, but I don't have a way to get there or to interact with the ethereal.
I look back at the Lich's corpse. Is it? What happened to it when we defeated
It's
it?
currently just on the floor where it's basically been like torn apart by your spiritual guardians, if anything. Like slowly, you whilst it was up, you saw like alchemical symbols like reconstructing it, maybe turning it into glass, which then shattered into tiny particles of sand, maybe turning it into coal, which turned to dust. Just basically reconstructing until there was nothing left apart from his robes.
We definitely defeated the Lich, though I'm worried. Maybe something or someone could use a rod like this to get in and out of Barovia. I'm not sure.
It is possible.
Maybe we didn't defeat the Lich.
Is there a way we can break it?
Breaking the rod itself wouldn't be... Well, the thing is, if this is what I suspect it is, then I would guess that on the other side, near this, wherever this item is attuned to, will be the actual phylactery. And I would suspect rod's there, so the Lich will be able to reform there and then plane shift back, potentially.
So we need to go through.
Well, I don't think any of us have that sort of magic capability. It is a very high level spell. It is beyond my powers, for example.
Unless you could just dispel the magic and just disable it from coming back. We don't need to destroy its end, because wherever it is now...
No, that's not quite how it works. The rods are attuned to this reality, this plane. So, and in some cases, for particular masters, it can be a specific space. So as long as he has a rod on his side, he can get back.
You need the rod in your possession, correct?
Yes.
There. Then having this rod destroyed or not destroyed makes little difference. If there's a rod of the material plane or whatever we are in his possession on that side, he will be able to come back here, with or without this rod.
But there are, well, whilst it is, of course, not a good thing that a Lich remains, it does mean that for probably at least a 10-day that that lich will not be able to take any souls, and that should give us enough time
So
to defeat Strahd.
what you're saying
So-
is destroying or damaging this phylactery isn't going to do much at all.
This
Well,
isn't a phylactery,
The
Cade.
phylactery is not here. The
Yeah.
phylactery is in another plane.
This is simply a spell component to transport to that plane, which I'm assuming is where he's now hidden his phylactery.
I mean, on a positive, we were worried about Barovia and the souls that were being absorbed, but if the phylactery is not here, then it's not taking any souls from Barovia.
Not currently, but it's likely he learnt of our plan and transported it before we
There-
entered this room.
There is perhaps one potential upside to this. If it is rumored and theorized by some that Barovia itself is not the material plane, it is its own plane. But by breaking Strahd's control, it is possible that that plane will then reattach to the material plane, and
Okay.
thus his tuning forks would be useless because they would be attuned to Barovia as a plane and not the material plane.
And he
Well,
would be trapped inside whatever plane he devised.
Yes.
well, the worst case, at the very least, we can weaken the lich. And I walk over and, not touching, I kick the spell book over to Porky or Raven, whoever's closest.
Yeah, I'll pick it up and immediately tuck it under my poncho for safety.
Okay.
Ain't nobody
Didn't
reading this
you-
book.
Didn't you say it needs destroying?
Yeah, but like it's just so that no one reads it while we come up with a plan
Yeah.
to destroy it.
We destroy that, we weaken the
What
lich.
about the Hellhound? Would fire not destroy it?
I don't know.
It is possible unless there are. It would depend on the material of the spell book, and it is
No
possible.
harm in trying.
But one thing worth considering is, whilst this lich has been all about knowledge, some of the spells it seems to have prepared would at least suggest some amount of treasure, perhaps. It may be worth exploring this, the lich's chamber, to see if there's anything there now that
I'll
the
do
lich
that.
isn't there.
I'll definitely be doing that.
And
Yeah,
if
I
you
wanted
wish
to
to,
get the
I
cloak,
will
but-
allow an investigation check from each person who wishes to search.
Hell yeah.
I'll just give guidance to someone.
Yeah.
To hell with.
Thank you.
Of course, I rolled really low.
So
I'll
16
give
for hell.
it a- Boop, boop.
I was really considering using my inspiration for that, but no, I'm going to save it.
Porky is weirdly enough specifically searching for keys.
That's a really good roll for Cade.
I'm why keys? I'm just curious.
Because
Because
She
indeed.
she has her reasons.
Right. So what?
As in,
so
like,
what
monk
specifically?
keys?
Well, I know what Porky is looking for.
Porky.
So, Helwir, what specifically are you looking for? Or
See
what
if he had
sort
any sort of weapons or armor or things like that stashed away somewhere.
Okay, weapons or armor. Roll me a D2 first of all.
Shit, I forgot the command again. It's
Slash
R
R.
slash R. 1, 2.
Okay, so that brings it to that. Okay. And with that roll, I'll save that. Now roll me a D10.
9.
No, roll the d10.
Right. So, What you find is a long sword.
Ooh.
Now, what's Casimir? I'm going to have Casimir roll an Arcana check on it for you because he's fairly knowledgeable and would know of magic weapons from his own studies.
Yep.
You got this, Mr. Wizard.
Yep. Where the hell is Casimir? I keep losing Casimir.
Oh.
Yeah, he knows exactly what this is.
Yeah,
Okay.
go on.
He looks over it and explains to you that, well, this is a very appropriate weapon to find on a lich. This is a sword of life stealing.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that's good.
Oh.
When you strike a creature with critically, it takes extra necrotic damage, 3d6, and you gain temporary hit points equal to the extra damage dealt.
Wait, is that only when it crits?
Yes.
So does that mean when it crits you do 3d6 times 2?
No, the 3d6 is calculated separately. That's not multiplied.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it-
That would be broken as hell.
Yeah.
Otherwise. Right. So, Elias, what are you looking for?
I don't know. Maybe some sort of magical items or tomes that might do the same thing as what the other tomes
Okay,
do.
roll me a d10.
Yeah. Four.
Okay. Okay. This is an interesting item, which with Casimir's nat 20, I'm just going to have him identify them all. But this is a unique item. So this is an item called a Wand of Morphs. It's a very odd item. But basically it allows you to polymorph, but into very specific creatures. The first form is a bat, the second a seahorse, and the third a plesiosaurus, which weirdly fits my runs in with So yeah.
So is the plesiosaurus the third and final charge, or is the fourth?
Basically, that's the third and final charge. If you expend that charge, you roll a d20, and if it's a 1, the 1 transforms into a small bird and flies away.
A plesiosaurus would be pretty cool.
The weird thing is, Cam, and you'd remember this. Remember the plesiosaurus? Who was it? Name's the one who played Tidal Wave. Brain's dead.
Oh,
kept turning into or summoning. When we ended up having a monk first plesiosaur fight at one point.
Yeah.
That's
so it was weirdly appropriate. Right, so Porky, you're specifically looking for keys. I'm honestly intensely curious about that, but roll me a D100.
Okay. 31.
Okay, that is good enough. You find a strange key.
Ooh, success.
It has a question mark worked into its head.
Right.
Casimir looks at it and goes, now that is a weird but useful item. That key has a 5% chance of unlocking any lock that it's used on. But once it unlocks something, it disappears. It is called a mystery key.
I see. She puts it under her poncho and you just, she shuffles around and you just hear a clink. And then she just goes about her business.
Right, so Cade, what would you be looking for?
I don't really have anything in mind. I guess if he's been told, like, oh, the Lich might have something good for you, he'd just be looking for anything that kind of catches his eye, I guess.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna look at that and that. Where are you? And that. Okay. Roll me a D10.
D10.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Okay. You find, and this is, I don't know how useful this is to you, but you find a pair of well-made boots, which Casimir identifies as a pair of boots of speed.
Boots of nails.
Yep. So you now have boots of speed.
I wish.
Lucky.
That'll be OP. Boots of
Yes.
speed. Okay.
Unfortunately, you can't sneak attack with that long sword.
Why
a
do you
downside,
wear the boots of speed?
I
You can
could,
use
if
both.
I took the feat, or wielder feat, I could use it in the offhand with the scimitar, but I haven't taken it.
Yep, well, that's an option for you later.
That would be really good on Raven. Like, really good on Raven.
To be fair, it would. Wait,
But,
are you on about the sword on the
and
boots?
And Casimir is going to have a look round as well because he risked his life for this when he said he wouldn't. So, investigation is intelligence or wisdom?
Intelligence.
He should be pretty good at that then. Knowing that he doesn't have proficiency in it. Wow, you rolled really well. For that, I'm upping it to that.
Yes, Dahlia's been really quiet, by the way.
Oh yeah, well, you were in silence for a while, so.
Oh, that's a good point.
There we go. So, okay, this one will be an interesting one. A 4. I don't actually know what that does. That's not an item I've ever heard of before. What does that do? Okay, so Casimir has found an item called a robe of scintillating colours. It has 3 charges. While wearing it, he can use an action and expend 1 charge to cause the garment to display a shifting pattern of dazzling hues until the end of his next turn. During this time, the robe sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Creatures that can see him have disadvantage on attack rolls against him.
Oh,
in addition,
wow.
any creature in the bright light that can see you when the robe's power is activated must succeed on a DC 15 wisdom saving throw, becomes stunned until the effect ends. Wow.
Damn.
Yep, the shield guardian finds nothing. Right. I believe that is everything. And is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Raven.
Yeah, actually, did Raven roll? Did I miss a roll?
No, Raven didn't roll. He's not going to go peeking around this time.
Oh no,
Okay,
but as in Cade will walk up to Raven and say, Raven.
Cade.
I have these funky boots if you want them.
He looks at his knife shoes. I think I'm good, thank you.
I'm sure we could fashion them onto it. Maybe you could have boots of speed of stabbing.
I mean, if we can find someone who can do that, I am not going to take my hands at my glorious boots as they are.
It's because they don't have heels on them.
The shoemaker in Valaki is meant to be quite talented.
Well, I was possibly wondering if maybe you'd like to trade back for the amulet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. There you go. Gives it back.
we'll find you a shoepinter?
Shoesmith.
Shoesmith.
Cobbler.
Cobbler. That's the one.
That's the one. Cobbler.
I did not realize we were making pie.
Shut up.
Cobbler pie right now.
Anyway,
Did you say the Lich's robes were just left on the floor?
the Lich's actual robes, yeah.
Could I just root through any pockets, see if you had anything in there?
Sure.
Just poke it with a sword and just lift it up and see if there's anything rattling inside it.
I mean, why not just take the robes while you're at it?
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Ooh. 35.
Okay. Interesting. No, Casimir.
Don't kill me.
Apple.
Okay.
I haven't healed yet.
Roll me a dex save.
Oh, god damn it.
You take 1 damage as you find a mousetrap in the Lich's pocket which snaps down on your fingers.
Wow.
I'll throw the robes on the Hellhound. Just fuck it, you can wear them.
The Hellhound immediately transforms into the Lich. No. I'm not that cruel. But the Hellhound sort of shuffles around and manages to get it so it's almost wearing the robes as a cape.
Casimir?
That works.
I have no desire for a dead man's clothing.
I mean, are you getting anything from the robes? I assume you still have detect magic.
Oh, those robes. I did not focus on them. You are lucky you did not go in the other pocket, Helber.
Right. Why?
I'm sensing abjuration coming from that pocket.
In non-wizardy spellcaster magic-y person terms?
Well, you know the glyph that was on the floor here and the glyph that was on the thing in there. I think that might be another one specifically on that pocket.
Right.
I would
What's
suggest
in
you
the
remove.
pocket?
Oh, yes. I am now curious as to what is in the pocket, but at the same time, I don't know
If you wish to dispel it, you're more than welcome.
Well, I can't dispel it. I don't have that capability.
Are the robes
Chaos?
mundane?
I am fresh out of spells.
Are the robes mundane?
Yes, apart from that pocket.
Have your hound burn it, and then we'll find out what's in the pocket.
That may trigger the.
We'll stand back.
effect. In fact, Elwir, if we all stand back, about 30 feet, your echo could try.
Yeah, let's try it. I'm gonna remove the cloak off the Hellhound using the sword and put it on the floor.
Yep. I would suggest everyone back away.
I'm actually gonna put the cloak in this room where the hand thing is.
Yep.
And shut the door.
Okay.
And then get the echo to go into the pocket.
Okay, now your echo wouldn't have to make this save because it only affects creatures. But I'm going to say that it still triggers because it's triggered by something going in that pocket other than the Lich.
Okay.
And all of you hear a loud, thunderous explosion which seems to shake the very temple itself with the loudness of it.
Correct.
To the point that the door here is blasted off of its hinges.
Yeah, I'm out the. Sorry, I'm clear with that.
The room does begin to shake and stuff, but the echo, having not been affected by this because of reasons, pulls something out, which I will tell you what is in just a sec. Though I would suggest, based on what I have said, that the party begin to leave because it looks like this place may not be very structurally safe anymore.
Have I just blown up the Amber Temple?
Good.
Maybe.
Do we?
We might have done some damage to it.
We're taking
Yeah, grabbing the cloak and running.
we're taking the rod with us as well, aren't we?
Yeah, I've got the rod.
Good. Right, so we got the rod. The spell book can be destroyed whenever we can, and we're out of here.
Okay. You find something. I will tell you what's in there in a moment, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I haven't decided. So,
No worries.
the party are leaving and heading outside, where they find their horse and their cart still there. The horse is strangely not too fussed. Doesn't seem to be bothered too much by the cold. But yes. So what are the party doing?
Perfect. So we're outside the front door.
Yes.
So what's the plan now? Where are we to head?
Well, depends on the visions. We've seen a holy symbol of hope within a swamp, which, if my guess, would be Perez. We could go there.
Well, if it's going to be the first start, let's crack on.
But we should probably ask Casimir if he would be happy to take our cart around
Yes, that seems fitting.
if we want to shortcut to Berez. Otherwise, we make our way all the way back to Valaki, then go to Berez. If he's okay with that.
That, well,
He'd need the cart to get back anyway, so.
yes. Considering how your chicken knight is responding, would it be some of your party would be able to take him as a bodyguard, just so I have some muscle in case of ambush?
Yeah, he's almost useless with the Hellhound around Porky and.
Yes.
That sounds fine.
Yes, the chicken who's afraid of fire. Go with the guy who can cast giant fireballs. Sure.
Yes.
Seems logical.
It's either that or stay with the dog that's literally made of fire, or you that's covered in fire.
Yeah,
It's fine. Take the chicken. I'm starting to get a bit suspicious of it.
I just put my hand on Biakin's shoulders, just like, it's been fun, buddy. Take care.
Yeah.
Right, so those two will start to head off.
Well, I think we'd all have to go together up to a certain point.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm just gonna.
Just
They'll head off in advance, start getting like a lead on things.
making sure we're not being left stranded outside the Ember Temple.
No, so I will return you to map of the Selenka Pass, which is
Actually, can we go to the world map?
the world map.
Mhm.
Yes, you can. As soon as I find. Oh my god, they've actually changed the map layout for Roll20. There's now rows rather than just one big row. That's actually a massive improvement.
Okay. So where are we?
So I will actually position you where you actually are, which is
Ah.
over here.
Cool. All right. We just need to work our way back down the Selenka Pass to this. What's this?
That's the bridge you guys had to cross.
Okay. If we go to the bridge, we might be able to scale our way down. Elias, you can literally walk on walls now.
Yeah.
Makes that a lot easier. And Helwir, you can feather fall down.
And can Raven.
Yes, that's right.
Wait,
I'll just jump. And the rest of you can...
Hellway could
Well,
feather
that's-
fall this whole time?
Yeah, he showed us that. He's like, watch this! And he jumped down the tower.
Yeah, from the tower of the wolf's head statue thing, I put my hand in.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Alright, so the first border call is going to make our way back here.
Okay, so we'll take you on the road because there's potential random encounters.
Can I get some healing before we go? Because I'm on like 13 health. Or can we rest so I can burn some?
Yeah, maybe a short rest before we leave.
Yeah, so I can burn some hit dice.
We'll do so before we hit the road because we don't want to freeze to death.
Yeah. So short rest now then, yeah.
Sounds doable.
How long does your aid last?
8 hours.
Oh, it's alright then. I'm just chilling on 100
Right,
health.
I get action surge, second wind. Long rest. That's long rest.
Okay, so just to clarify, because what you find in the Lich's robes, what your Echo found, was a ring of spell storing.
Wow.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
That's really good. That's really good.
Hello.
Oh, hello as well.
It's mine.
Cool. What spells are you going to put in it?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Right. Speaking of that, actually, just whilst you're doing your short rest and possibly having some form of conversation, I'll put on my.
I'll death roll you for it.
I need to roll my rogue hit die as well, which is D4 plus 3.
No, rogue's not D4.
No, not D4. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong bit. D8 even.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing. So, D8 and then plus 4. That's 12. Yeah, that's fine. So I've burnt 5 of my hit die. Sorted.
Just setting something up for you a moment.
I know what this ring is. I'm going to assume Casimir told us before he left.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a fair point. Like, can we put spells into the ring
Yeah.
and anyone use them?
Yes.
Question, James.
Yep.
Right, I have my lightning bolt spells
Yep.
from the gift. Can I not store that in the rings? Then therefore I don't take the consequence for using it.
No, because that would still count as using it.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry, that was just me testing that I'd done your weapon right. Yeah, there you go. I've added your magic items to your character sheet. So you have them. Does anyone else
Yep.
need their items added whilst I'm just thinking about it?
Downside is if you use that, I can't sneak attack and I can't dual wield.
Yeah, actually.
That'll work something out.
Is it a longsword?
Yes, it is.
Damn it, I can't even use it anywhere. Oh wait, no, I can. Shouldn't it?
Anyone else? You've got that.
Who can actually use this ring?
Anyone.
Would it be useful for to like throw a spell in or whatever?
Well, we could, me and Chris and Cam can use it.
I mean, potentially, and this is one way you could use it, though I don't know how it works with spell components. I have to look it up. Is technically Aos could store a reviving spell in it
Yeah.
in case Aos
This is
goes
what I was
down.
just thinking.
Yep. We can put a silence in there or a counter spell. You can put a healing word or anything like that.
Storing a counter spell would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. We used to put, for like an old paladin, we used to have a spell storing ring. We used to give him Misty Step and counter spell, which was ridiculous. A teleporting paladin that can counter spells is.
Yeah. Well, I'll give it to whoever to put a spell in, and then they decide who would be best to use the ring.
Over the course of that short rest, you could attune to it, unless
It's an attunement?
it is attunement, 100% attunement.
Oh. So if I attune to it, you guys can still put the spell in
Yeah.
it. So I've never used one of those before, so...
I've even tricked people into casting spells into a ring before to steal spells from. Oh, that's great.
That's pretty cool.
I'd like shake a hand with someone as they're casting a spell, like crazy. Anyway, it's bizarre.
Right. I will attune to the ring then.
Okay. Sure you want to attune to the ring and not the longsword?
Longsword isn't attunement, is it? Oh, yes, it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Have
you got
I'll
anything else?
attune to the ring for now.
You can have up to 3 things attuned, so
I've got nothing attuned. I have nothing magical except for these two now.
cool.
Alright.
So yeah, I will attune to the ring first, and then next time we get a chance, I'll attune to the sword, unless someone else thinks it's more useful to them.
I mean, the ring of spell storing is useful to anyone, really.
Anyone.
But we
True.
could
gone off
put a
cam
spell
streaming.
in. I'm on my phone at the moment. The internet's gone down.
I think that was meh. Slight technical difficulties, but that's fine. So, right. So, after your short rest, the party are progressing.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is leading the party?
So what?
Who is leading the party? Who is like?
Well, you
way?
know the way back, so anyone can lead. I'll actually be reading in the back of the wagon.
You don't have the wagon. The wagon left. Remember, with Casimir.
Come back, Casimir. You could at least just take us to Salenka Pass, damn you.
He left while she was short resting.
What a man.
That's what I was saying. I was saying that we all go together to Slinker Pass, and then we
Well,
split ways.
Porky could give Aos a piggyback ride so she could still technically read. She's strong enough.
Sure. I'm pretty sure you can read and walk at the same time, right?
Yeah.
I've tried
Not
that before.
advised.
I tried that before as a kid, and I walked straight into a lamppost. I do not recommend.
That's why I just follow behind with one hand on your shoulder.
Right. So,
Well,
who is leading the way?
The bard is the tankiest.
Well, not me, because I can't get access to my character sheet,
Alright.
and I have terrible survival.
Cade? Actually, I'll lead because I can't be surprise attacked.
Right. Make me a survival check.
I'll
Oh,
give you guys.
Thank you. Because...
May the moonlight guide our way. $15.
15.
Okay. That is just enough.
I have a 0 in wisdom, alright?
Right. So, as you're walking along, keeping an eye out, keeping out for tracks and such, you manage to just spot the glint of metal underneath some pine needles and various other leafy sort of residue.
Right.
And closer observance, you find out that someone has left a wolf trap here, which you were very close to walking into, but you noticed it.
Yeah, a wolf trap, you said.
Yep. It is very rusty, as if it's been here a while, but...
I'll disable it.
Okay, roll me that
Is
sleight
that
of hand.
table it?
Yes, yes.
I'm expertise with thieves' tools.
Yep, you nat 20. Okay, so you continue along, and you're fine. You're fine. As you get to this point,
Yep.
you that encounter doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna re-roll that encounter. It has triggered an encounter, but that encounter makes no sense
I
whatsoever.
mean, I have got the Hellhound with me that would be keeping an eye out.
Okay. You hear, the entire party hear this, the sound of wolves. Too close for comfort, but possibly you know you're nearing the bridge now, so if you move quickly, you feel that maybe you can get there and make your way, and then the wolves won't be able to follow you as easily as.
Okay.
So it's
So
up to you what you want to do.
I do relay this information and go, do we run or do we fight?
Are we near the bridge?
You're very near the bridge. You'll get there. You think if you keep a fast sort of pace, you should get there before the wolves catch up with you, assuming they're even coming after you.
If we're not right at the bridge yet, I think we can press on. Just go fast pace, right?
Yep.
We'll go.
Mhm.
I think a
Yeah.
sprint will keep us warm in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Hellhound is helping with that because it's just naturally hot stuff.
Yep.
All right. Let's outmatch this thing and go into a full sprint.
Okay, so you arrive back at the pass, and I will bring you back onto the pass map because
How long was that little journey, by the way?
let me just measure out for you because it is a fair distance.
I'm just gonna track the hours in my book.
2 miles, 3 miles, about 4.5, 5 miles. So it's taking you.
2 hours.
I can never remember the traveling pace rules. Let me just check. Just under 2 hours, yeah.
I'll mark it down as I've read 2
I'll
hours.
say it's probably because you had your prep, you had your talk, and you probably got up fairly early to get that sort of thing. So I'll say it's probably maybe 9, 10 o'clock at this point.
Okay. Right. We've arrived by the looks of the map near Lake Lure. What was it? Lake something. Lara.
Lake, Lunar Lake.
Lunar Lake. So if we make our way down, we can follow the lake. We can follow the river to Beres. We just need to get down, which I'm sure, Elias, you're dying to show off your new abilities.
Just gonna move you guys back a little bit.
Question.
Yep.
If I'm holding on to someone and I jump off the cliff, would Featherfall still work?
No.
Okay, good job I asked this question first.
So, from what you have seen, Helway, you have first-hand experience of this. This is a 500-foot drop. It's
Yep.
not sheer unless you drop off of the bridge, but so it's possible to scale down.
I mean, I've got climbing gear.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and we have a lot of kittens.
Yep, you can scale down. You think you can probably manage it, but it will be tricky. It's not going to be easy. I mean, for Elias it is, and for you it is, and for Raven it is, because you and Raven can just jump.
How much rope do we have combined as a party?
That's why I picked up extra rope.
Because I have an idea. I have a cunning plan.
I have 3 hempen ropes. That's just 150 just by myself.
I've got 50.
That's 200. Has everyone else got 50-foot ropes?
Yes.
I
250.
hand the one that I just picked up to whoever needs it to turn into a bat.
300.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good point. Is the Wand of Morphs, no, I'd say that is an attunement. I don't think a lot. It's just a random magic item I generated, so I'm going to say no. So, technically, yes, one of you could use the Wand of Morphs to turn into a bat.
Cool. That would help.
So how much rope do we have in total at the moment?
We have 300 so far. Unless anyone else has gotten.
I did.
Okay.
No one else has rope.
On the PC at the moment.
I do.
Yeah,
So
rope.
So
That's 350.
we're still 150 short.
I
Why
should
do
have
you
a
need
rope
so
as
much
well.
rope? We've got to get down to the bottom of this.
Kay does have a rope.
400.
400.
Just to get into Kay's character, he looks for his bag. Is this a rope?
And you said, Elias, you said you've got 50.
Yeah, he's just said he's got some.
Yeah, I should
That's
have 50 foot of rope as well.
That's 450 in total.
Cool.
50-foot drop's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, it's like 5d6.
If we can anchor the rope up the toppy, just tie all the rope together, climb down it, and I'll jump off at the end with the rope.
We can indeed. We have pittance. A
Yeah.
lot of them.
Unless
got
whoever gets to the bottom of the rope first holds on to it, and then the next person climbs down and holds onto the ankles, and we just go like that. That should make the last amount we need, right?
Well, I'm 6 foot.
Porky's about 6 foot.
How do we get the shield guardian down?
He jumps.
It can jump.
Oh. Can he jump
Hold
down with
on.
some of these shoulders?
It would rattle the hell out of them, I think, but technically,
Where is the shield guardian?
That's actually a good point. I should drag your shield guard. How long have you got that?
Sorry, I did it.
right? How does the hellhound summoning work?
Hello, sorry.
Kay can fly. Literally,
Yeah.
the only person who I think can't get down easily is Aos and Porky.
I can just carry Aos.
Yeah, so then it's just Porky.
And then I
20d6.
can probably
Two
fly
could
up
use
and
the
carry
one.
Porky.
And then Porky could use the Wand of Morphs.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
I have 20 strength, I'm pretty sure.
Are you
Yeah,
rolling?
Yeah,
to see how much
I have
damage
20
I'm
strength,
just-
so I'd be able to
Right,
just
so-
fly up and grab him.
Yeah, I will say, if the party are willing to use the Wand of Morphs for one of you to transform into a bat, or Cade is willing to fly up and down, which will take a bit longer,
Yep.
then the party can get down there easily enough. The Shield Guardian will literally just
Jump.
jump.
Yep.
And
What about my hellhound?
I was rolling 20d6 ahead of time just to,
That
just
can,
to see what would.
that can also
Yeah.
jump.
But I want to see this.
I mean, the Shield Guardian can literally hold onto the Hellhound and jump down there.
Well, this one, I want to check to see if I can sort of disband or dismiss the
cannot.
hellhound and then resummon it.
No,
I
you
can't, can I?
No.
Shield Guardian, take Doggy down.
The Shield Guardian picks up the Hellhound.
I'll
Walks
give it
over,
command of let it.
walks over to an appropriate point and leaps.
Hell weird, just let it happen.
I've told the hellhound to do it.
And I'm going
I'm
to say
gonna
it does take that first roll you did. It takes 76 damage.
What, the hellhound?
No, the Shield Guardian.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
I love it.
Now, which, considering I will say that this side of the river will be the side, from what your knowledge of, that Beres is on, are you coming down on this side?
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
Man, he just leaves a crater in the ground. It's like,
I'm gonna stand on the edge of the bridge, just sort of wave at people and fall backwards.
Right. So,
Right, and that crater adds an extra 10 foot to the drop.
so I need to. Well, technically, it maxes out at 20d6 regardless of how far you fall. Because
Yeah.
terminal velocity. But I am.
Oh,
I am
20d6 is terminal velocity. Man.
Yeah.
That's actually not that bad.
not for barbarians, no.
Or for a shield guardian that regens 10 HP every 6 seconds.
But
Or
that
for a
would kill
level 8 paladin.
that second roll would have killed Casimir outright. No death saves.
It would kill me outright at the. Actually, no, it wouldn't. I'd be
Right.
like minus 20.
So, position yourself as you would before you're about to jump down. So, position yourself on the map where you would be.
Okay.
On
I'm
the
with
left
Cade.
I'll just kind of like
I'm with
hold
Cade.
out my arms and say, "May I?"
You may.
Just pick her. As I
Don't get
dive off.
carried away.
I can show you the world.
Oh, don't.
You all have a death wish. What's the matter with you people?
I have a death ward.
And Porky, you've technically got the Wand of Morphs, as you're the only person who can't fly down normally, if you want to use that.
You
Does
could
she
rage
know
and
how
jump.
to use it?
Oh.
Yeah, literally, you just sort of
Swish and
point.
flick.
Yeah, it's basically a swish and flick, and you'll turn into a bat for an hour, or until you dismiss it.
You should get style points and rage and jump.
Yeah.
I mean, you would take
I was
half
very,
damage on
very
would that.
tempted, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
Do
would
it.
it half the damage?
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Because it's technically like bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Style point, do it.
Okay, so I am going to
Magical strength, magical strength.
Probably not a good idea. It's fine, just-
as you guys are standing there, getting ready to prep, you see a 9-foot tall goat standing atop a crag on the other side of the bridge.
Oh
It's
no,
great.
not go.
Seemingly blending perfectly with the rock, but you notice the malice in its eyes as it lowers its head and prepares to charge.
Everybody jump!
Good God.
Where's
A
the
9-foot
this
goat?
goat?
Yeah. The goat is up here.
God.
currently.
Let's just get down quickly.
Don't underestimate the goat. Run!
Yeah.
Not the mad mage, is it? Quick.
Right, so
Leap.
Do. Walking down.
Doopy-doopy-doo.
Yeah, Raven's just literally just kind of gone to the edge and just gone whoop, stepped over like it was nothing.
this goat has charged down the thing and he's got
Oh,
to the
shit.
back on its first movement.
Oh,
So,
sick. Cade, evasive maneuvers.
but you all, I will say you all managed to jump down easily enough, or climb down, or fly down, or however.
You know what? I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna roll a d20. Anything under 10, she jumps. Over 10, she uses a wand.
No.
Oh no.
That's fair enough.
Never suggested this.
Oh.
It was you, Chris.
Rage and jump.
Okay,
Oh.
You
roll the
suggested that, Chris.
It was my fault. I just couldn't help.
So you'll take 69 damage halved if you're raging.
Oh, that's fine.
Nice.
That's not a problem. That's fine.
That's 35 damage.
She gets up, walks it off.
Yeah.
Pretty
Has
bad
the
on
one
me,
back.
something like that.
I imagine
And-
she three point lands like a superhero.
And
It's bad on
all,
the knees.
Like
She lands-
poncho flaming as well.
she lands
Yeah.
traitor in the ground and then
Just
turns into a bat.
You land, slam down, and the heat, although there's not normally heat from your poncho, flares up and dissolves the snow around you, creating like a steam effect, like melting the snow around you for an extra added effect.
Woo!
Alright, and now I'll bring you back to the world map. You have successfully managed to avoid Sangsor, the guardian of the pass.
I do not like goats.
I love goats, but That one looked a bit angry at us. Alright, I guess we'll walk the rest of the way. It's going to get muddy from here on out, so just watch your footing.
Right. So I need to do some measuring out quickly.
So, yeah, never mind.
So I need. Right. So who is leading the way this time down here?
Kind of still want to read, but I can give
It's
guidance.
very muddy. If you stumble,
Okay. Would I still be able to read through this?
I mean, you could, but I would suggest being piggybacked in case you fall over, because you might damage your book.
Cade
Right.
turns up with some noodles.
Nice.
Wrong campaign.
Okay, alright, you know what,
Bit
book?
on
Yeah,
the
we'll
trip.
take you up on that piggyback. After just seeing you jump from a bridge, I think you can probably manage a cleric in a bit of chainmail.
Also, like, the fire won't affect you, but you've got light to read by now.
Yay!
True.
Cade does a sad flex.
That's okay, guidance. It's okay, Kate. You can lead the way.
It was your singing, you scared her off.
Well,
Is anyone?
I
good
always
at-
liked a good musical.
Is anyone else good at tracking or map?
I'm not good at tracking, but I can stop us getting sneak attacked.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. I'll give guidance to Helwer again then.
What's Raven's?
And it's survival you wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ew.
Okay, it's
Very
fine.
muddy.
So
I
you're
mean,
going to be a bit slower. You kind of get turned about a little bit in the woods.
Follow the river. What are you doing? Where are you taking us? it's a straight river.
I'm following the butterflies. That's so pretty.
Oh, you
So-
lost again.
I mean, I have danger sense. Maybe I should help.
Right, but I am going to describe the area as you begin to approach. The trail hugs the river for several miles. The dirt and grass soon turn to marsh as the trail deserves into spongy earth pockmarked with stands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all.
Fun.
Bug.
Scattered throughout the marsh, you can see old peasant cottages, their walls covered with black mildew, their roofs mostly caved in. These decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire as though they have long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood.
I won't lie, I heard that as peasant costumes, not cottages, for a second
Yeah.
there.
I'm bringing the hellhound up front with me so it can sort of burn its way through the flies.
That's a good shout.
The fog is much thinner on the far side of the river, where a light flashes amid a dark ring of standing stones.
That's not good.
Don't forget, everyone. We're looking for a statue, a kneeling woman, surrounded by a metal fence. If you spot anything like that, just let me know.
I mean,
Give another page.
these black stones.
Hmm?
Are they metallic or are they lychee?
Stones.
Yeah, but obviously metal comes from rock.
Yeah,
Let's have a little closer look at it, shall we?
I don't know how I'm gonna. What sort of nonsense is that, or whatever? Sorry, it's just the scaling on this map. I don't know.
Again.
How... No, I thought the scaling on other maps was bad. Like,
We'll handle it. We're grown-ups. We fine.
Well, technically, your character shouldn't even be visible on a map of this scale.
Oh, is it 100 foot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well,
So
that's
that
weird.
river's a 200 foot across river there.
yeah.
Right.
What does this look like to you? A graveyard?
What, beyond the river? That's
Yeah. The stone. I mean, it looks like a load of lots, but it doesn't look like farmland, does it? I mean, who would want to farm in a swamp?
Sometimes a circle of stones is like a place of worship.
There's a set of circular stones over here, quite wide.
What time of day is it
that
now?
looks like a graveyard top left.
By this sort of time, and I'm confused by how this map is, how its description is laid out, but whatever. Probably about 1 in the afternoon, sort of thing.
I mean,
We should really pace ourselves. I know we've accomplished a lot, but the lich fight did take a lot of spells out of me.
oh yeah, so there is.
How did I burn through so much? Jeez. I really went supernova on the lich fight.
Yeah, I burnt all my luck as well.
What are we looking to do?
Or look around, as I've mentioned. We're looking for a statue of a kneeling woman. That's what I saw in the vision. That's what matches the cards.
I mean, that's a kilometre away.
I mean, investigate, perception.
We
I
need
don't
to
know.
cross that little bit of a river first. There's a 200-foot wide river there.
Oh, okay. I
100,
don't know what we're up against. I can't see anything.
There you go, I've shared my screen. But that's going to mess all the camera.
Yeah,
stuff.
well, indeed.
Okay, I'm
You
no
could
longer.
you could share it with Hystelia's.
What we meant to see on
Sorry
your
about
Oh, wait.
screen?
Yeah. Right. So. Right. So what you doing? Sorry.
We need to cross this river, don't we? It's
Yes.
How wide is it?
at its thinnest point, it looks about 80 foot.
Yeah, something like that.
I outstretch
How
my
long do-
wings.
How long do you think it would be to walk across it?
We need to see how
Like-
deep it is and what the current's like.
Like, yeah, I'm just wondering. Maybe I can just walk down
Guys.
and across and back up.
I have wings.
You do. You could
Alright,
just ferry us across.
ferry us
I can-
across.
Exactly, there we go. Okay, so I ferry everyone across one by one.
It's gonna be like that puzzle. You can't leave so and so with so and so. You can't carry this one and this one together.
However, you can
Yeah,
most definitely leave Elias on the other side.
Yeah,
But that means
I
you're
don't
going
want
to
to be
carry
left
my
with
hellhound
chaos.
as well.
But yeah, I'll just ferry everyone across one by one.
Okay.
Time. Roll
Okay,
20.
so I take
Stop it.
Hellware across, and then I take Aos.
How are you
Then
getting
I
the
take
shield
Portal.
guardian across?
He could probably just walk across, like from across the bottom of the water, and he probably wouldn't do much.
And
Yeah,
then
he
you
does.
take-
Yeah.
Well, can we guess how sort of deep it is under the, like, water-wise?
How did you get to the other side, Elias?
No, I'm just saying, Cade flew him over there. In fact, he flies him over there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's good. No, he's coming with us.
I fly him halfway across and drop him in.
No, help me!
Roll 20. Why do you keep doing this?
What's going on?
Roll 20 keeps on like dropping to the bottom of the thing like I've scrolled somehow.
Oh, your mouse just click a few times and then get rid of it. He's down. He's gone down river. Bye,
Got
live.
swept away.
No. What's that? He's swimming against the current? My God.
Oh my god, it's
Right.
Jason Bourne.
Taking advantage while I'm in an unfortunate situation.
Right, so you're on the other side of the river. It's taken you a little bit to fly across, one at a time, blah, blah, blah. I need to bring your shield guardian on.
Oh God. Yeah, he can't carry that though. He just
Nah,
probably
he'll
walked
walk through it.
the river like Terminator style.
Yep.
Holding the hellhound high above its head.
Yeah.
Simba.
It's Lion King in the hellhound.
How many?
Right.
Oh, 2 or 3. One or two. Okay.
Okay.
Well, he's probably got the hellhound in one hand and Bjarkan in the other.
Bjarkan's not with us.
Yeah.
Bjarkan left.
Oh no, I forgot his room.
So,
Casimir.
where would you like to go?
Um,
Probably,
Very
I probably describe this building first.
Yeah, let's just head to it.
Toward the south end of the village lie the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. It has been reduced to piles of stone and rotting timber. Empty arch windows stare at you. South of the ruin, an untamed garden runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain it. East of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence, forming a circular yard in which several goats are penned. Surmounting the fence posts are human skulls.
Oh.
Wait, that's not good.
Let's just turn around and leave, shall we?
we need to stay on
not what we're
guard is
looking
what we
for.
need to do.
As you get close, Eos, because you've got the
Yeah.
closest, a ghost takes shape in the fog, assuming the form of a giant of a man. His features mutilated and his entrails hanging out like frayed ropes. Despite its intimidating presence, the apparition has a cringing light in its eyes. Why'd you invade my home? Be gone! I beseech you!
Oh, goodness. Does it look like an apparition, did you say?
It seems to have formed out of the fog.
Yeah, okay. Apologies, spirits. We are not looking to invade. We are searching for something. Do you need help? Your entrails are hanging out.
My soul cannot rest, and because Strahd will not let me, because of what I did to poor Mariner.
Oh dear.
You have a very unique accent.
No, you haven't insult my accent.
No,
not
it's
the wrong
wonderful.
side?
It's like you come from everywhere.
If you would allow us, we seek to perhaps help put your spirits to rest. We are aiming to end Strahd's reign.
Then perhaps I should tell you the tale of Mariner.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you think it'll help?
Enthusiasm.
How much do you know about Strahd?
We know he is
Name?
a fiendish. He is the land. We know he is referred to as the devil. He is obsessed with his lost wife, and he has also made a dark pact with an evil power in the Amber Temple.
That point you said, his lost love. That's the important bit. I'm glad you know that one at least. Mariner was another woman. She looked exactly like Tatiana, both in appearance and manner. And she became Strahd's obsession. He seduced her in the dead of night and feasted on her blood. But before she turned into a vampire, I, with the aid of Brother Gregor, killed her to save her soul from damnation. Strahd slew the priest and myself, then used his power to swell the river, flooding the village and forcing the residents to flee, allowing the marsh to creep in.
So we let you off reasonably easy then.
Cade.
I'm sorry.
Is Mariner's body still here within Perez? This is Perez, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're in the right place, guys.
Good.
Wait,
Strahd took the body.
Oh. Grim.
Why would he
But-
take the body?
to
Obsession.
put it to rest in a monument he raised.
He wanted
you
to
said
give it a
she
burial?
looked like Tatiana.
Yes.
I look at Eos and just say Irina. Sounds
it-
very similar.
I think you're right. And from what we now know, if lost souls cannot escape, if they are simply recycled, then it's likely that Tatiana has been reincarnated more than once. Goodness knows how long this endless wheel has been turning.
How long ago did Strahd do this to here?
I don't know. I don't really have a watch. I don't know the time. It has
How
been
many seasons?
more than I can count. I've kind of lost track. I
How
can only
high
really
can you count?
Fingers and toes.
Multiple 5.
But you say that Marina was reincarnated.
It is
Yeah.
possible.
We believe so.
Then is this Irina safe?
I look side to side.
I'll let you
Depends on your
explain it, Elias.
perspective.
She is with her brother now. No, is that right?
Strahd's brother.
Strahd's
Strahd's
brother.
brother. That'd be weird if it was her brother.
The brother of a lover.
Yeah.
So she has been reunited with Sergei. Then
Sergey.
then if
But
you wish to know more about Mariner, he points over in this direction. There is a monument to her over there.
I was literally waiting to ask about the monument, but I couldn't get in.
Ah,
I don't suppose it's shaped like a woman. The monument is usually a statue, and it's usually surrounded by a fence.
Yes, it is in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl clutching a rose.
a beauty plucked too soon. Eos recalls the card that
But,
Madame Ava gave us.
but you must be careful. And you can see that with the realization that Irina's or Tatiana or Mariner's soul is now safe, he's slowly starting to fade
Oh.
away a little.
Wait, why must we be careful?
The mother of hags, she lives in the swamps.
Baba Yaga.
And with that,
Oh no.
he fades away, leaving behind
nothing but the smell of entrails.
Why?
Familiar stench.
Seems to be following us.
When he leaves the smell of his colon.
Well, I hate to say it, but we are potentially in grave danger if what he says is true.
To be honest, we've been in grave danger since we got here.
That's very true.
Ba-dum-bum.
Well, maybe we should
All the bad jokes are coming out tonight.
for
aren't they?
place of rest. What's the time again? Late afternoon, did you say?
But you have been pushing yourself pretty hard. I mean, whilst it would mean that you'd potentially have to deal with this at night, I would say you probably pushed yourself enough that you could get a long rest. But
Well, if I'm honest, I can deal with nighttime no problem. After all, I'm literally carrying a son.
Yeah, I can't see in the dark.
That's what I mean. I'm literally carrying a son.
I
that's
am.
right, I'm the sun. Cade hears in his head.
What was that?
That's right, I'm the sun. Cade hears in his head.
Oh, right, the sword.
Yeah.
We could always try to make one of these dwellings like livable. That could kill some time until evening, and then we could sleep and do what we need to do in the daylight.
I agree.
That
We
could
should
work.
take rest. I don't wish to endanger ourselves. Not just yet.
Well, I mean, after all, it can't be that difficult. We did just take on a lich, after all.
Let's not get overconfident. I know that we did defeat it, but that was only due to clever use. We knew what we was up against, right? I don't think any of us have a clue what this witch of the bog is capable of.
Particularly, and I will remind you that from the book that you read, she was entwined with someone else.
Well, I mean, if I know anything about witches, witches cast spells. And so if you maybe cast your little silent spell, then that
We
would
can't
eliminate
assume-
that again.
Sure, but we can't assume that this plan will work every time. Let's look for a building that at least has a roof over our heads.
None of them really do, but based on the size of this mansion, you would guess that they have. There's probably going to be a basement level or something, which would probably be fairly sturdy.
Yes, because we have wonderful experiences of that so far.
We love basements.
Got a better suggestion?
Oh, no, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Be prepared. There might be something down there.
All right. Cade with the sword up first.
Okay, let me just
Yeah.
let me
Light
put
up
the
this
batteries
basement.
back in.
Yeah.
You gotta tap it a couple.
There's no need to spank me. What the sword sits in your head?
Did my sword just ooh?
So, Raven, you've ran all the way over there. That is
He's
incredible.
turning on his sword.
Oh, yeah, but considering you can be 1 square away from him and there's 100 foot apparently on this map.
I mean, I just dragged
Yeah.
him a distance. I wasn't doing it on purpose that far.
Oh, no. But, yeah. It's fine. So, which way are you going into this place? Actually, considering the time, this seems a good time to take a short break before we continue on.
Yeah.
So, we take a short break and then we'll be back soon after, where the party will begin to explore the ruins of Beres, and who knows what might happen. So, bye-bye for now.
And welcome back, viewers. The party have just arrived in the marshes of Berez, or the ruins of Berez, depending on what you want to call it. Just had a conversation with the ghost of the former burgomaster, and are now looking for a place to rest up before they continue their investigations and potentially have a confrontation with the mother of Hags herself.
I'm sure nothing bad can come of sleeping in a dark, abandoned basement.
This is problematic. I'll
Inside
just
a
say
village full of
very,
fun.
very sorry for the stream. However, Aos is now being run by Steph, and Elias is now being run by Chris. But we're just making do, as apparently the cameras aren't working on the one that was set up. So sorry about that.
I can add another one if you want.
No, it wouldn't make a difference because of it's who's on camera. That's the problem, because it will shift. We would need someone with a J in their initials, basically, in the camera spot where you are.
And Porky is now being run by Chadney.
Estelia just looks over at Chad and she's like, "Get out of here! This is my gig." Anyway, so you have decided to perhaps look in the mansion because it seems the place most likely to have some sort of basement area, which is probably the only roof you'll get over your head here. Unless you want to like go back and camp in the woods or something.
That will be fine, right?
So how would you like to approach said mansion?
Well, I mean, can't we just go through the front door? Doesn't that
Well,
seem like
it's
the
kind
most
of
obvious?
ruins.
What front
It's kind
door?
of ruins. Yeah, there isn't a front door left.
Well,
to
I
go
mean,
through.
we can make a door.
Yeah, but it's ruined, so you can just walk in. I just need to know what direction you're going to walk in from.
From the front door.
And who is leading the way. So here.
Hey, do you lead the way?
Sure.
So here.
Whichever door looks like the front, we'll walk.
Well, that looks like a garden, but right. And as you get into that cave, I'm glad someone decided to go first.
The sword is a light, by the way.
Yep. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception, sweet fuck off. 10.
Okay, yeah, so you wouldn't notice these. Excellent. Everybody roll for initiative.
Sweet.
Go.
And I'm gonna move everyone to nearby because remember these squares are 100 foot, which makes this really awkward.
Oh dear. Well, theatre of the mind. We'll do fine.
Yeah. So theatre of the mind.
The nat 20 is ravens.
Okay.
Not porkies.
My hellhound isn't there for me to initiative.
And Porky rolled a 20 anyway.
Oh, never mind. I found the button.
There's your hellhound.
I got a 19.
Okay. Everything's being. Let me get into more battle music. So your Panda got a 19. Your hellhound got a 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hellhound, I rolled a nat 1 and got a 10.
Oh, that's so ridiculous. And Raven was already on there, got the 23. That's everyone on there, I believe.
Shield Guardian?
Oh, yeah, Shield Guardian, I suppose.
Is you okay with doing that, Cam?
Yeah, I've already done the Shield Guardian. Got a 12.
Missed one. Oh, you'd already done the Shield Guardian. I did not see that, so I'll just change to what you rolled, and then I need to
work out which one of these I haven't rolled. And then roll 3. That one. Swear I rolled that one, but whatever. Okay, so I will say that these are getting surprise round because they blend basically perfectly into this. So
would they do that? Because I cannot be surprised.
you can't be surprised, but they
Right.
they can.
I get you now. All right.
So Raven doesn't get to do anything this turn. Porky doesn't get to do anything this turn. Hellhound doesn't get to do anything this turn. Now it's the snakes' turns.
Miss.
Who I haven't rolled yet.
Snakes.
Yep, these are what the snakes look like.
Snake.
And
Cute.
they are going to try to fight you with advantage, but that first one is a miss. The second one will move in and try to fight you with advantage. And crits!
Wow. Well, thank God the Shield Guardian's right next to me.
Did I not get on the token?
What?
I think I. Yeah, I'm not on there. I'll just roll again.
Okay.
So how much damage do I take in total?
Right, so if the Shield Guardian is taking half, which it would be, I actually need to just check something with the Shield Guardian. Don't mind me.
Oh, I need to make a con save for the poison.
Yeah. Yep, so you need to make a con save first of all. You pass.
Hey.
So it's 10 damage, you only take half of that, the Shield Guardian takes the other half.
Perfect.
Okay. Then...
Oh, have you already changed the Shield Guardian's health?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then the Shield Guardian, it would be their turn, but they're surprised. Hellweir, you technically can't be surprised, so you can make your move. Assume these are 5-foot squares for the purpose of this battle.
Okay, then. I'm going to move the Echo over to here. And I'll move across to here.
Yep.
Oh, and I'm just going to swing with the Silvered Scimitars.
Yep.
Which I can sneak with that.
That is a hit.
17.
And that is a dead danger noodle.
I'm going to move forward because I still haven't used all my movement. Bonus action onto this one.
Yep.
With the offhand.
Yep. That is a miss.
11. Yep. And I'm going to burn one of my Unleashed Incarnations to hit.
Yep.
This one.
Okay.
17.
That is a hit.
And 5.
Yep. Okay.
That's my turn.
And it would...
Tell the Hellhound to attack.
Yep. So it would be Cade's turn, but Cade doesn't get a turn. It would be Eos's turn, but Eos doesn't get a turn. It's the last giant poisonous snake who will try a bite at. I forgot to roll the extra critical hit effect for that snake, but so that snake that hit you, Cade has advantage on you.
Okay.
There's a 15 hit you, Hellweir.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Right, Raven's turn.
Right, I want Raven's sheet. Where are we? Okay. I don't know what some of these things do, so I'm going to keep it nice and simple. He can reach from here, so he's literally just going to like start stabbing down at the ground.
Yep.
Rapier. 10.
That with flanking. That is a hit. No, wait, no, it's not. Sorry, that's a miss.
Okay.
Could go with the offhand. The knife shoes, perhaps.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Knife shoes definitely are the offhand, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so when the rapier doesn't work, he starts like flamenco dancing and stabbing.
Yep.
16.
Which does hit, and you can add sneak attack to this.
Which must be 3d8 now?
3d6.
4d6.
4d6, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
8.
Roll better.
Yep. That is a dead danger noodle. Porky.
So Porky will probably need to come around here. Bloop. She's no longer raging, I'm assuming, because it's been a while.
Yeah.
So don't include the rage damage on this one.
Yeah.
Cool. 20.
That's a hit.
So that's 12.
That's a dead snake.
And we'll go for the other one as well while I'm at it.
Yep.
26.
Yep. And that's it. And that is the end of combat.
Anybody want snake for dinner?
We didn't even get a turn.
Skin them.
Yep.
Alright, Porky.
I mean, how
chill out.
big were these snakes?
They were
My
giant
apologies, I
snakes.
could put it on a stick, make it move around so you could have a chance if you want.
Can I skin one of the one
Yes,
closest to me?
Survival check.
I'm gonna literally take the fishing rod out of my bag, hook
Yep.
on one of the snakes and start wriggling it around Cade so he can feel like he's accomplished something.
Does a 20
It's
hit?
yes. Actually, just for the fun of it, Porky, roll me a dexterity throw
Just straight
with
dex.
proficiency. So dex plus proficiency.
Okay, well her dex isn't very good, so...
Yeah. This will determine the AC of the snake.
6.
Yes, you hit.
Sweet. I do
Because I was
18
imagining
points
you
of
sort of
radiant
like
damage.
trying to sweat out of the way. Yeah, you kind of vaporize that snake, and the sword just sort of, although the sword doesn't have eyes, you sort of feel like it's gazing at you in disgust. Just like, you dare dirty me on a common snake. I
Does it
haven't
make you feel
designed
better?
You kind of butcher the snake. You're not very experienced in snake skinning, so you don't really get much from it. However,
Did I do good?
You did
I
very
mean, if
good,
anyone wants to help
but I'm not allowed to say
skin
that.
and butcher the rest, we can do that.
do you need to butcher the snakes?
I mean, it's
I mean,
food, isn't it?
You could cook
Does anyone
them.
else want? Does anyone want to help butcher the snakes?
It's food.
I
Um,
think Raven might actually be quite good at this.
yeah.
but
Well,
actually,
I'll
Raven
say-
probably would. Raven can make me a survival check
Survival
I'll
with
assist. So,
advantage.
yeah.
with advantage. So 14.
Yeah, Raven manages to skin one of these snakes pretty well. There's a few. It's not a perfect skin, but it's decent. So now you've got some snake meat.
I was thinking mainly for the skin, turn it into a belt or something.
But you probably need to. Actually, no, it's a snake.
How it's treated.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but yeah. So
and they're poisonous.
yeah. The garden behind the ruined mansion is run wild. Hidden behind tall weeds and thorny vines are nude sculptures of handsome men and beautiful women, as well as carved stone benches.
Woo!
That's it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It just went awkwardly silent after that. I was like,
I was just waiting for anyone.
was that a sarcastic silence in response?
Possibly. Possibly. What would you guys like to do?
So we're here to find one particular statue.
Well, at the moment we're looking for shelter, so we want to get inside the building to find the basement.
Okay.
Do we see an entrance anywhere?
Well, it's still all sort of rubble, and you can see. I'll actually reveal.
Okay, so what I should say is, can we locate the kitchen? Because that's where the basement is likely to be found.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
I'd probably say it's Raven doing this, not Porky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's your... 6.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll for Porky as well.
Yeah.
Find the food.
Raven
16.
Raven manages to find the ruins of a wardrobe.
Of course he does.
All the clothes inside are rotten. Porky, however, drawn instinctively to the kitchen by the smell of wine and whiskey, possibly in the basement.
Ooh.
But it is ruined over, like there's rubble and stuff, so it will take a little bit to clear, but with Porky and the Shield Guardian and everything, you're easily able to clear it. The Shield Guardian will not be able to get down to the cellar.
You can just guard it then.
It's too small a hole.
That's fine. You can stand guard
God
outside.
damn
Right.
it.
Unfortunately, no. Whilst the cellar is a 30-foot square room with mortared stone walls, a 10-foot high ceiling supported by wooden beams, it does have a floor that is unfortunately submerged under 3 inches of stagnant water. So it will not be the most comfortable rest, but you could maybe rest on the stairs.
Can we not build like a makeshift roof up here?
You might be able to. It's up to you.
Using some of the debris and stuff. I know it'll be soggy, but it might.
Yeah.
Where's
I
the
will
good to be
say
3 foot soggy?
3 inches. So
Sorry,
it's not.
3 inches.
I will say, as further information, that this goat pen that you can see here, there are 9 goats trapped behind this fence. 50 human skulls are mounted on the tops of the fence posts, spaced 10 feet apart. There is no gate in the fence. Just in case you're interested in goats.
Well, that
That sounds ritualistic almost.
Someone's got to be looking after these goats.
You said it's like 3 inches of water in the basement, yeah?
Yep.
I'll send the Hellhound in. Its heat will evaporate that.
I mean, potentially, yeah. I mean, with a fire breath, you can probably.
Yeah, but I don't want to set fire to the basement.
It's wood. It's stone.
And there's no wooden support beams anywhere.
That's a good point. The support beams are wooden. Yes, that's true.
But you did say it's basically effectively made of fire, so if it went down there and stood in the water, it would evaporate it off.
Then it probably wouldn't be hot enough by itself to do so. So it looks like, whilst the basement seems the most likely place to have been not taken in, and it does seem that case. I mean, whilst this stagnant water is stagnant, I guess you would say it probably hasn't been there a ridiculous amount of time. So it's probably only just started seeping in, because otherwise it would be much deeper if it had been like when the marsh happened.
If we go in, keep our feet dry. We don't want to end up with foot rot.
Ew.
So
right,
it is up to you what you want to do at this point.
I'd say we go with Porky's idea and just try and make a shelter. Like maybe we can take some of the branches from the trees to just shelter from any rain or anything.
Yeah, we just have to watch out for those goats. They're shifty as heck.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but they're the only thing that seems to be alive here, and it's surrounded by skulls.
It
And there are
sounds
9
like
of them.
Well, then
It
just
sounds
go
like a
look at them.
ritual spot.
The 9 goats of hell.
Can I attempt to make, it's going to be real bullshit, a religion check to see if it's sort of like a ritualistic thing or not?
It would be an arcana check, I would say.
Sorry, there are
Alright.
9 layers of hell,
I
and
have
there are
no
9
knowledge
goats.
of arcana,
Not
but
good
let's
for
try it.
Um,
15.
It, by itself, it doesn't look like a ritual site, but you are aware that some people use goats in rituals.
Yeah.
I'm just going to look at Elias's spell sheet to see if they'd have anything that would help.
And heavy metal music.
What?
You use goats in rituals and heavy metal music.
Yes, that
heavy
is true.
metal.
You see one of the goats is just wearing a Slayer t-shirt.
Nice.
I will name it. I want that one, and I will give it a name. It will be my new Stiffy.
It looks at you with strangely intelligent eyes, almost seeming to be staring into your very soul, hell, whereas you even think of naming it.
What?
What
I was
name
going to name
you-
it Kerry.
Terry. Terry.
Kerry King?
Kerry King?
No?
No.
Oh, come on, you made the Slayer joke.
I know. I don't know anything about Slayer. I just know them as a group. It was the first one that came to mind.
Kerry King's the guitarist.
It was weirdly despite all of the groups that I listened to, Slayer was the first one that came to mind when I thought of ghosts and heavy metal. Don't know why.
That'd be more like Black Sabbath. That'd be more fitting.
See, that'd have been
Right.
a bad. I would have called it Aussie.
Right,
Yeah.
where you going? What you doing?
Are we awake?
Yeah, you haven't gone down to the basement yet or anything because it's submerged in 3 inches of water.
God damn it. Right.
There are stone benches in the garden if you wanted to try to rest there and maybe just blend in with the greenery.
Well, if we we could use the benches as like supports and then just find wood and
But-
start making our shelter.
Just making a blanket fort out of leaves and
We do have
branches
Oh.
and benches and stuff.
our knapsacks. What are they called?
Sleep rolls.
Bed rolls. That's the one.
Bedrock.
Yeah, but we're in a bog. It's gonna be like all gross and bleh.
That's why we have Hellweir at the Hellhound. Just keep away the flies. And we'll take it in turns. If there's only 2 benches, then we'll take watch.
Speaking of flies, I would like everyone to roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
And I'll roll for Llewellyn's.
Oh my god, they're ginormous!
Porky, Raven.
Would this be something that's perception for hearing or smelling?
It would be no.
Oh.
I was considering it as I said the sentence, but okay.
I mean, my Hellhound has a passive perception of 15.
It's not a passive thing. This is an active thing. It's yours setting up camp.
Okay, what do I do for that then?
Just a wisdom roll.
4.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait, we got one more boy.
Oh, hold on. Skill perception plus 5.
Okay, so that's a 9. You don't get to
Go on.
reroll. I just add it to the thing. So
Oh, Shield Guardian. And really, we've got to come up with a name for it. I'm not going to say Shield Guardian every time.
the
Totally.
the Shield Guardian and Eos are the only two that notice this.
Uh-oh.
You notice that the Shield Guardian has no way to communicate this other than to point, which will allow, I'd say, the others to see it. A group of the flies seem to have formed into the shape of a human face for a few moments before buzzing on.
Oh, I remember now. Didn't we see this witch manifest herself as a load of flies? I think everyone tried to block it out of their memory because it was the most horrific thing we've seen, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, we are being watched. We
I
did
mean,
pretend.
do we know if she's like evil?
I mean,
Hmm.
every paladin
Didn't read a
knows that
book
all
on
witches
that.
are.
Well, I will, because you would know this in character. There's no way that you would have forgotten this. I will, and I'm pretty sure I told you this. If I didn't, then I'm revealing extra information to you. You were told that the powerful hag that once had an affair with the King of Barovia, leading to Ava and such, his body was intertwined with another entity.
That's right.
Do you remember the name of the
yeah.
entity?
Strahd?
No.
Strahd Thotting.
Mother Night.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, when I
So,
don't mind.
this person. So whether you think this is evil or not depends if you think Mother Night is evil or not.
I mean, Mother Night kind of likes like 3 of you, right?
Likes is a strong word.
I said
Well,
kinda
she
likes.
likes me.
Tolerates you then.
I give
Kinda
her
is a strong word. She
Um,
cannot be trusted, but she has not done wrong by us yet.
I'm gonna start trying to attempt to cook this snake meat and leave
Okay.
enough to one side as like an offering.
Roll me a survival check.
This could go horribly wrong with this porky.
Let's hope their cooking's better than Datan's.
It is. Woo!
Oh,
Look at
wow.
that.
Fantastic. You managed to somehow cook this snake in such a way using herbs and such from the garden that perhaps you've seen whoever raised you use, I don't know, or Raven use on the journeys or someone use.
It would probably be like her foster family, the dwarves.
Yeah. Foster family, the dwarves. To prepare this, so it weirdly almost tastes like, and this, I'm just going to say, it almost tastes like pork.
Sure.
Somehow, you managed to make a snake taste like pork?
I'm literally going to make it into like a stew kind of thing, because then there's plenty for everybody.
In fact, with some of this stuff, you actually managed to make almost like a gumbo, but it's kind of missing the fish element.
Yeah, it's kind of that sort of thing. That's, you know.
Yeah, it's like a no fish gumbo.
But I'll put like a little amount in, like, if I can find like a random bowl somewhere, and then just sort of put it near sort of the edge of where we all are, so that the flies can see it.
The goat just stares at you. That one goat, it just is like.
It's so good. You're attracting the flies.
I'm gonna throw a piece of the snake in with the goat, see what happens.
One of the skulls on top of the thing turns to look at it.
Sort of near the, yeah.
Yeah, one of the human skulls turns to look at it as it passes, but as it gets near the goat just snaps it out of the air and eats it.
That's not normal.
You think?
I told you, devil goats.
I want to call him Kerry.
The goat just stares at you some more.
Who is even looking after these goats? This place is supposed to be abandoned.
I mean, I asked this exact same question earlier, but I mean, the hag.
Could be this hag, yeah.
Right.
So,
try to get some sleep, and let's set up a watch as well.
Okay, so
I'll set up first watch.
Cade is on first watch. The rest of you are sort of sleeping as best as you can. It will be enough to probably get a long rest, providing it's not disturbed. It's not comfortable, but it's not too bad.
What I'll do is I'll try and fly up onto one of the pillars just so I can get kind of like a bird's eye view from the site.
And Raven will take over once he's done his, I think it's 4 hours.
Yeah, that makes sense. But Kay will probably need someone to relieve them after 2 because Kay needs like 6 hours of actual sleeping.
I'll take over after Cade's 2 hours.
Yeah, you need to get 6 hours of sleep in order to benefit from a long rest.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'll take second watch before Raven takes over.
Right, so Cage, roll me a perception check.
I'll take over the morning watch, I think.
14.
Right. Okay, now roll me a D100.
Oh boy. 87.
Okay. So
Fireball centered on self.
Nope. You do notice in the distance. Let me think of a way to describe this. A ramshackle about here. A ramshackle wooden hut on the stump of what appears to have once been an enormous tree. The rotten roots of the stump thrust up from the mud like the legs of a gigantic spider.
Does it start moving?
Nope. But speaking of moving, I need to check something.
So the hut starts growing legs like a giant.
No, you just notice it as like the mist swirl and stuff as you're looking about. Its legs just appear like a giant spider. Yeah. You also noticed a giant skull outside. By its size, you would guess it belonged to a giant of some kind. So literally a giant skull. But that is all you see for the time being, and other than that, your rest is uninterrupted. Or your watch is uninterrupted, which allows Hellweir to take over.
Yes, I will fly down and wake up Hellweir. I'll sit beside Eos and just look over everyone before drifting off.
If it's the middle of the night, we should probably have Raven take a watch.
Yeah, Raven's going to take the third watch, basically.
Yeah, I'm doing 2, and then Raven's going to take over.
The full 4 hours, basically.
No, I'll take the morning one.
Yeah, so, perception check from you, Hellweir.
I'm going to have the Hellhound looking at, or keeping a ear out with smell and hearing for advantage of my perception.
Okay.
So that's that one. Perception.
Okay.
So that's the Hellhounds.
The Hellhound's ears prick up, and it sort of does like that typical like pointer dog thing and points off in the direction of the hut, which I would guess that Cade mentioned. And you
I would have mentioned what I saw, of course.
I'll allow you to roll your perception again, so you basically had advantage on the roll because of the Hellhound basically pointing where to look. So, just in case you get higher.
No.
Yeah, you didn't. You notice you can't quite tell the figure, but you notice that a figure is approaching that large skull and seems to be doing something with it.
Right. I get ready to start waking people up if it heads towards us.
And indeed, it does begin to head towards you.
Right. Then I very quickly and quietly wake everyone up.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I just got sleep. What is
And
it?
you see
What's happening?
a large
I
skull
explain
flying
what's
through
happening.
the air with a woman atop it.
Oh my
Now,
god.
I just said to him, keep low, quiet, do not move.
And the figure that you see, because you're looking, is this figure.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll a stealth?
Yep, you can all roll stealth if you like, and I will grant you advantage because you're fairly well hidden.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ooh.
Baba Yaga fight. Let's go.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to double click that, but 4.
There she is.
Your hellhound is not very well hidden.
The crossover. Real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. 8.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Wait, would I be wearing my armor to sleep? Probably not.
You,
But
yeah, you wouldn't be. So I'll
So-
allow you to have the 15. Okay, so most,
The
Oh.
4 is bulky.
yeah, you do have advantage, Porky, so you can re-roll again.
Oh,
I
was like-
do have my armor on, so
wow.
it's
Okay.
9.
Even if they also had the armor on, that'd make it a flat 15.
I got a 17 in total.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the figure atop the skull floats over to the goat pen and looks over in your direction and seems to tilt its head thoughtfully as it leans down next to that one goat that was staring at you all and
Maybe
smiles
she's just coming
slightly
for the casserole that I made.
before picking up one of the goats, putting it into the skull, and leaving. Actually, let's have some fun. Points towards you all,
Please don't.
and I would like a. Actually, no. It probably won't even affect you that much, but I'm going to roll it at a high level just for the shits and giggles.
I hate you.
Let's cast it at 5th level. So, 27 plus 38. So, who has the lowest HP currently? Are we Porky
Raven.
against or Raven?
Oh, no, Raven.
No, Raven.
Hellhound.
And Raven cannot be affected by this. So then it would just move on to the next person if someone can't be affected by it.
Oh,
Chris?
good God. I have no idea what you're doing. What is it you're casting?
sleep
Sleep? Yes, it does go on to the next. Well, it's a total pool of HP, so if the first person doesn't get affected, I guess, yeah, go to the
Is
next.
this current HP, not total?
Yes.
Okay. In which case,
Yeah.
I'm only 2 above Raven at the moment because of that
Yeah,
jump.
so you would be next.
Drop
So,
Yeah, the Hellhound's on 45 hit points.
okay, so actually, no, the Hellhound would be affected before even Raven.
Oh,
So your Hellhound is put to sleep,
there we go.
not in the dark sort of.
God.
Oh,
Yeah, it would be like right next to me, so.
yeah. But the rest of the effect, all of you feel like a drowsiness come over you, but it doesn't actually affect you, and you just hear the voice of this witch. Sleep well, boys and girls. And then leaves with a goat.
What the? What? Is she just
Can I,
pranking us?
can I try and shake the hellhound awake?
I need
Yeah,
to
you
get
can.
some
It's fine.
sleep.
I'll wake the hellhound up.
You burn yourself.
Yep. That's all they did.
That was literally a troll move right there.
Cade
She
curls
knows
up
we're
into
here.
a ball and starts falling asleep.
But that same goat wasn't the one she took, and it just stares in your direction still. Meh.
Wait, she took a goat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she took
Yeah.
one of the goats.
What
I'm
on
gonna look
earth
at
did
the
she do
carrying.
that
I'm gonna
for?
slit your throat.
The ghost just tilts its head and looks at you and lowers its horns as if saying, "Bring it on."
It's a fucking goat.
I hope she eats you next.
Right. Oh, God, that
With-
was terrifying.
You are able to get the rest of your sleep, and you manage to get a long rest.
Thank goodness.
Thank God for that.
We'll be right back.
Yes. Hey,
But
I know what rest is, guys. Alright.
Oh, at least we can sleep.
Yeah.
Is the plus 15 gone now, yeah?
yeah,
Cool.
that'd be gone.
And I have all my rangers back. Woo.
Rar.
Yes. I will do Elias's sheet for them as they're not here. Oh, why doesn't this system have a thingy? The long rest button. Shield Guardian is back to full HP. It was a long time ago. To be honest, you guys, you're all trying to hide, and you've got this giant robot with you that's like 10 foot tall.
Yeah, I forgot about them. I
And
forgot
you've
about the Guardian.
got a hellhound, which is literally a burning dog. I mean, look
We
at this.
did pretty well.
That's not hiding. It literally glows.
I threw a... It's wearing the cloak.
Yes, but that doesn't help much.
That's fair enough.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I could have been mean to you guys then, but
Well, I mean, we did get 2 nat 20s on stealth.
yeah, I mean, I had the option of just throwing you into a combat with Bubby Yaga, well, Bubby Lysaga, straight off, but
Yeah, please don't.
I'm not quite that mean. Not quite.
I'm just typing so that Jamie knows what's happening because he's
Yeah.
lost sound.
Yeah, his internet's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm
Hello, Chris.
So, now they're all rested, I think we can get back to the task. By the way, it's a really good read. I'm about 9 hours through it now.
What's it about?
Well, many insights into things of wisdom.
Porky falls back to sleep.
It helps you understand the things in the world. It is many passages about philosophy and insights. There's a section on tracking squirrels.
Hell is Echo just looks at you and goes, "Would you just shut the hell up?"
I'm gonna pull out a cigarette and pass one to the Echo.
It
It's weird,
takes
since they can't technically touch things, but
it somehow manages to. It doesn't take the cigarette, but it manages to take an echo of the cigarette and lights it, and then
That's
just
fine.
go. And it's just like, so
I'm gonna
now
pick
that you're
had your nice rest. What the hell are you guys doing now?
I'm gonna pick up my moon-touched warhammer. Morning exercises, and swing to knock the block off of Echo Helver.
Fortunately, you can't target it, so you miss.
Well, I can.
You cannot.
It's an object, right?
It can't be targeted. It literally says it in the Echo's description, I'm almost certain.
Manifest Echo.
It literally says, where is it?
Is that
That's
why
why
it
it says
only
that.
has one
I
health?
mean, I'm swinging it where his head would be, whether I'm
It
targeting
counts
or not.
as a magical item.
Yeah.
So it can be targeted by an attack,
Boom.
It-
21
but
hit.
spells.
Yeah, you do hit it, which means that you've removed his Echo.
Ah. There we go.
And I'm just going to resummon it.
Resummon it somewhere else. Into the lake.
I'm going to resummon it right behind you.
This now turned into target practice. I mean, I'll get this.
It's just pulling faces behind your back, Chaos, but you can't see this because it's behind your back.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna swing around anyway. If you,
Yeah.
Oh my...
Are you swinging around and raising the warhammer?
Hmm.
Go on, take a swing. I dare you.
Don't swap places. I know your tricks.
But
I
it's,
swap places as they are swings.
it's pointing at Cade and making obscene gestures. It's pointing between Eos and Cade.
All right,
Cade-
yeah, he's getting it this time.
Kate's
17
still
hit.
asleep.
Swap places.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
17. 14. That meets its AC.
So
All
it
right.
hits. The Echo puffs out of existence again, just like
You can summon
And
him
I'll
as many
summon it
times as
again.
you like. I'm
it
getting
just goes. As
totally-
it gets destroyed, it goes, "You need to stop hitting on me."
I'll just keep summoning it every time it gets taken out.
all the spirits that we've saved so far. It's the only one I regret.
It just
Well,
sort of.
technically, you've not saved this. It's an echo of me.
It looks like it could have been a spirit.
It's a version of me from an alternate timeline.
How many are there?
Well,
It's another timeline. He's already
technically,
been through this.
you just sent me back, so you know.
So I just killed 2 of your timelines?
No, you just. Yeah, I'm the same one. You just sort of sent me back there, so I'm no longer an echo of that timeline. I was back in that timeline, but now I'm an echo here again.
Which is what I mean. That timeline has ceased to exist now.
Now
Well,
I'm an echo of that timeline, so I still exist there.
It's a duplicate of the timeline.
Oh,
I'm just
good
an
morning,
echo.
everyone. What are
It's
you
in
all
that
doing
timeline
awake?
I hit you on the face.
Oh, and I'm the one who's getting accused of being boring. This one's on about a book about how to track squirrels.
Hellware,
Anyway,
what did you do,
subtract
Hellware? Eos looks pissed.
Stupidity.
I did nothing. I'm having my morning smoke. I did nothing wrong.
Uh-huh.
well, technically I'm you, so technically you did.
Oh, it's your
Shut the
echo
hell
that's
up.
pissing her off. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, So let's not stand around like scarecrows and get on with whatever we're here for. Kind of fuzzy at this point.
What do you know about this point?
I don't know. It's kind of fuzzy. Not sure.
Do
Can I
you-
roll insight on that?
Yep. It seems like it doesn't want to tell you something.
I'm gonna walk off sort of 10 feet and drag him along with me and go, what are you not telling me?
Well, I kind of don't know what happens after this point.
Oh.
Did you... Wait, what?
You heard me.
Is this what kills you?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
But you've got a bit more power, as much as I hate to admit it, than I did. But then again, you were weak enough to take more of the dark powers.
I was corrupted by that damn staff.
Yeah. Next time you shouldn't just pick up whatever you find on the floor, should you?
It was a pretty stick.
What did your mother ever teach you about picking up things?
Oh, I assume the same she taught you, and looks like we both didn't listen, did we?
No, I was just a greedy bastard. I mean, there's a
Well,
difference.
Right. I'll keep
Sure.
it. I'll keep what you've told me quiet if that's what you wish.
No, I don't really give a rat's ass, but I didn't think you'd want them to know and get worried. You know, I try to be considerate of my needs, our needs, your needs.
I just sort of incline my head and just fair enough. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go back. And
You know, though I will say one thing.
yes.
Now, like you, I had the power to bring echoes from other timelines.
Mm-hmm.
I'm you. I think I brought you so it kind of went the other way. Of course, you won't remember that because it was an echo of you. But you never mention anything about this place. I don't know if you actually might not have been you, or maybe you were scared to talk about this place too. Certainly didn't give me any warnings.
An echo of an
Freaking
echo.
walking guts.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Aye.
And I'll put my hand. I'll just put my
But-
hand out and sort of clap him on the shoulder. Kind of.
Yeah. Let's just see it. Is it worth risking your life on, though, mate?
Ooh,
We
thank
need
you.
to get out of here one way or the other, and we both know what she's like, and I'll just sort of nod my head towards Eos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, 20.
I'll just very, very quietly, out of curiosity, how many of these guys actually survived to this point?
Well, I don't remember Porky that well, but I remember a wizard.
Oh wait, it's 15. Sorry.
Oh, gluten.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but I think in my timeline it was Porky that went.
Right.
Or it might have been Elias. I remember ginger hair, but not for very long.
Okay.
Ginger half elves are all the same.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Do you remember anything about the hut? Or
Yeah.
her, or what killed you?
The hut.
The hut killed you.
Oh, sorry.
Last thing I want to ask, what the fuck
Yes,
is up with that goat?
Oh, that's just a goat.
It's weird.
It's the Udis goat.
The what goat?
The Udis goat.
Do I know what that means?
You can roll me a history check. Or a straight intelligence check, actually.
Oh, this will be fun. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know what this is. In some parts of the world, a Udis goat is an animal that is trained to walk through an abattoir, leading the other animals through. It knows it won't get killed by it, but it keeps the others calm, so they'll go through it.
Right, okay then.
In this case, it's keeping those goats calm as they're surrounded by skulls and randomly carried off by a woman in a giant skull.
So, kill that goat, the others go mental. Distraction.
You could do that. I'm not going to say anything about it.
Yeah, that sounds like you did that, and it was a stupid idea.
Nah, I never have stupid ideas. Apart from trying to date Eos, that never went well.
Wait, what?
Oh, God, no.
Explains so much about the relationship.
I'm gonna roll insight on the whole. Did he kill that goat or not?
You have no idea.
In fairness, I was sort of a bit further away, so I don't know if anyone would have heard any of this.
Yeah, but the Echo strolls back over with you. Right.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll just give Eos a very sort of strange look and shake my head.
Can we not talk about alternative timelines?
Don't know what you're on about.
I'm gonna give people some fanfic ideas, I swear.
I have no idea what you're on about, Eos.
I've been waiting for the fanfic since day one, but it's still not here.
That's a 24 deception. I have no idea what Eos is saying.
The question is, who would they ship more, Cade and Eos, or Echo Hellweir and Eos?
How about Cade and Echo Hellweir?
Only on the weekends.
Days ending Y.
20 gold is 20 gold.
What do we know about?
I mean, I'll give you 10 now and 10 later for the Echo.
Right. Anyway.
Anyway, we're going off track here.
The nature of the witch. What exactly is she? I mean,
you don't know much apart from that she was once a human woman who became intertwined with one of the dark powers, which created the entity known as Babylon.
Mother Night. Okay.
I'll just sort of look at the Echo, see if it can give us any more information.
Well, she's worshipped by the other hags round here. Well, not literally round here, but, in Barovia.
Hags?
Yeah. That's why she's known as the Mother of Hags.
Indeed. Now I know what she actually is. It makes sense why she would have lived this long.
So, there are rumors that she's just like me and Echo from another reality. Yeah.
Oh, hopefully she's as squishy as you are then.
Oh, no.
It's all coming together.
Speaking of squishy, did you say that you were killed by the hut?
Yeah.
Would you have heard this as we were sort of 10, 15
Roll me a
foot
perception check, actually.
I mean, my passive perception is...
Actually, your passive is pretty good, and whilst they took away, Yeah,
fair enough then.
Yeah. It kicked me to death.
I don't mean to sound mean, but that is rather amusing.
I mean, fine. Let's see you get kicked to death. See how funny you find it then.
I doubt I deserved a kicking.
Neither did I. I didn't done anything. I was just trying to get one of the items that we were looking for, because it was supposed to be in there.
Where?
In the hut. In my timeline.
I thought it should be over here. And
it might be in this world. Doesn't mean it was in my timeline.
I guess we can try looking for it.
Porky's literally just imagining the hut literally like rugby kicking Echo Hill over like goal.
Yeah.
So we know the hut's dangerous and it can attack.
Yeah.
He rides on a skull.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume he's very powerful.
In terms of spell casting, probably
Not quite as strong as the Lich, maybe. But pretty strong with the hut and all the scarecrows and all the flies and all the snakes and...
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the snakes are dealt with.
Oh, those. No, that's not all the snakes. You're in a swamp. I'm surprised we haven't seen an alligator, actually. I'm pretty sure there was one around here. If you hear a clock ticking, let me know.
If we're all ready, might as well check out the monument. It's the first thing.
Alright. Just to explain, I will have the ghost briefly reappear as you decide to head towards the monument. You just see its head appear next to Eos, and it whispers in your head, "Travel west! 200 paces from the mansion lies a monument to my folly and the treasure you seek." And it disappears.
Oh,
I was going to say, is it this?
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So
Just
you begin to
checking
head
something.
over there. So I'll just sort of position you guys in a...
Just checking something real quick. So apparently I have blur on my available spells. That doesn't sound right. Not for a cleric anyway.
So, as a quick
yes, it is, but I think that might only be the trickery cleric.
Not
Yeah, I
even
think
that.
that's trickery.
Right.
The trickery
Sorry, Dean.
cleric, I think that's it.
I didn't even remember
As
putting
a-
it on. How did blur get on my character sheet?
What was that?
I was as a quick retcon. Can I say during the sort of rest that we've had and whatnot, I attuned to the ring as well.
Yes.
Unless anyone else thought that would be a better choice for anyone else to attune to it.
Oh god, yeah. Sorry, there was something I was supposed to do last night. You can have a healing word on there
Okay.
because I was going to use up my last spell slots. Right, so it contains what, up to 4 slots, right?
I don't know. Ring.
I could put a
It-
smite into it.
Up to 5 levels worth of spells.
Five
No,
then.
you can't put a smite. You could put like banishing smite.
Yeah,
you can't
that's
put
what I mean.
Smite into it.
Okay, I would have used the last spell slots before I went to bed. I've only got one, like I've only got first level slots, so
Mhm.
if you want to switch these out later, you can do, but for now, it's just making use of spell slots. So I have a healing word, a protection from good, evil and good, and I'm sure that hold on, let me text him real quick. Or can you just let me see his character sheet? Actually,
What would you like to know?
has he got any third level slots?
Well, I technically already did his sheet to a long rest. Where's his sheet gone? There it is.
Damn.
But he did have one left, so I think so. He could put a
Counter
sound
spell?
wave in there.
Has he got a
Could you
counter spell?
put a counter spell in
No.
there instead?
He doesn't have counter spell.
Oh, of course he doesn't. No. Alright, put silence in there then.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can have a silence in there.
There you go.
Okay then.
So,
I'll make a note of these.
We've got that.
as you're doing this, I will describe the next area.
Yeah.
Hidden by the fog and elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh is a raised plot of land, barely 10 feet on a side, enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. In the center of the plot is a life-size stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl clutching a rose. Although her features are grey and well-worn, she bears a striking resemblance to Irina Koyana. There appears to be something carved into the monument's base.
This is it. This is what I saw in the vision. Feels surreal seeing it now in person. I also saw a light, some form of symbol, a symbol of hope kind of shining from the statue in its center. It kind of points to where the rose is.
Yes. Do you approach?
I do.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let me just check something because I feel I have a handout for this. I might be wrong. I do not. I swear I had a handout for this. That's a shame. That feels like a place to have a handout, but whatever. Okay, so as you approach, you would see, though it is warm with your sort of perception skills without needing to roll, you would see that carved into the base of this monument is the epitaph Mariner, taken by the mists.
Now we can shore up all that confusion as to why I thought this had something to do with Irina. A beauty plucked too soon. It kind of is the same as Strahd's wife before Kalyana.
But it says taken by the mists. I thought the guy said he killed her.
Yes, but if Strahd made this monument, or if they tried to hide up the true murder, I mean that's what it was. Strahd murdered this woman.
Well, technically, he vampirized her. They murdered the vampire.
I mean, he signed up.
But the whole taken by the mist thing is because it's rumored that the mists are the swirling souls of people. So when you die, you become one with the mists. It's another way of basically saying rest in peace.
Yes, right.
Or in
exactly.
this case, rest in pieces, maybe.
Well, if she is in the mists, it's just another soul we need to help free. Or it could be that her soul is no longer in the mists. Her soul could potentially be inside Irina's body. It would make sense. If so, we have nothing to fear from this. I'm going to investigate the statue for anything I believe bears resemblance to a holy symbol.
Okay. Roll me that investigation check.
And I'll be asking for help as well for this one. It's not often I do, but I think I'll be asking Cade. We're looking for something or some symbol, holy symbol. Perhaps you would have a keen eye for that as well.
I can certainly give it a try.
Okay. I'll roll investigation with guidance. So, with advantage. Oof.
Okay. You can't find anything on the statue when you look. Would anyone else like to try? Kay technically already assisted, so with Porky, Raven, or Hellware, you can have a look.
Look at this
I'm
pretty
obviously looking at
flower,
the-
Eos.
I mean, the rose is an obvious.
It reminds me of you.
Okay, so Hellware, you having a look.
Perception.
Second.
I would have loved perception.
Sorry, investigation, but it's technically the same thing for you, I think.
Sorry.
Whatever, it's still a 15.
Yeah, it's the same. I've not got anything extra to it.
So, there is nothing on the statue itself, but by tapping on the base, sounds like there's a hollow cavity underneath. But as the session draws to a close, considering the time, in the distance, 60 feet away, as you begin to disturb this monument in any way, 6 corpses rise out of the ground. The croaking frogs and chirping crickets fall silent, and the stench of decay grows strong. You hear the trudge of heavy footsteps through mud and water as bloated grey shapes, their skin wriggling as if something is beneath, shamble out of the fog. And that is where we shall end today's session. So, everyone, thank you for watching, and continue watching for the Last Resort Company shortly after this. Thank you to my players for playing. Thank you to Jamie for being here as long as you could, and Kirsty for being here as long as you could. Join us Friday for episode 1 of the new arc of Roll for Story. We're back with our airship almost ready to go. And join us Sunday for the Witch Hunters. Anything you've missed, catch us on YouTube. It should be up at some point this week. And with that, sleep tight and don't let the wriggling skinned corpses bite.
God,
Nice.
that way.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.